I have a few questions in here. Unless you have some more that you haven't handed down, raise your hand if you haven't. So this are the questions, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 questions. So I would like to answer the first question. During the meditation session, do you recommend that we meditate with eyes open, closed, or either? Usually, we recommend that you have your eyes closed. It's important to know why you want to have your eyes closed. If you're a beginner, you expose your sensory organ, that is your eyes, to receiving, to perceiving a lot of objects. How many objects do you have in front of your eyes? Millions. I can't count them. There are some that you can see, there are some that you can't see. Molecules, protons, electrons, you can't see them. But I can see flowers, I can see you, I can see dust, elements, I can see variety of things that I can see. If you expose your eyes, your viewing sensory organs, to all these objects, at the same time, as we have introduced to you, your single object of concentration should be just your breath. So you are foul playing yourself. You have a variety of objects in front of you, and then you also have this object, this nose tip. Which object are you concentrating on? So the best is to close your eyes so that you don't have all this distraction. We have 6 sensory organs. One of the organs that is the most active and probably the one that gets us more into trouble is the eyes. So don't worry about it when you lose your eyesight. Yeah. It gets into trouble. You have an internal eye in you, the wisdom eyes in you. That is always there. So you ask me whether we should close our eyes or open our eyes, we say, you better close it. However, there may be one circumstance that you may want to open your eyes. That is when you want to sleep. You're too drowsy, you want to go to sleep, and if you close your eyes, that would enhance your attractions to the dreamland. Then you better open your eyes. But notice that if we know that you open your eyes, that means you're trying to sleep. So I suggest you close your eyes, but don't really firmly close it. Some people close the eyes in such a way that you can see the eyebrows knitted together, like that. You don't need to do it like that. So relax your eyebrow, and relax your lower chin. Put up a smile. Well, sometimes you can see that people are very tense. They're very tense and they are actually very, internally they have a lot of tension and they show the tension on the face. And one of the features that show on the face, reviewing the tension, is they have a very crunched T-jawbone, that all this lower part of the cheek is all crunched together, like very firm, very tight. So that's the reason why we say maybe the first thing you have to do is relax your jawbone. When you start to meditate, of course, you take a deep breath. Take a deep breath and then say, I want to relax first. And one method to relax is say, I want to relax my jaw, my teeth. I've been grinding. When I'm in difficulties, when I'm sorrowful, when I'm agitated, I used to clench my teeth and I want to struggle and all that. So you better release your jaw. How do you do it? You just tell it. All my teeth members, now is relaxation time. Every tooth should relax. All the bones around my jawbone should relax. So I should really lower my jawbone a little bit and let go of it so that it's loose and not tense. You can talk to every part of your body, you know. You can communicate with every part of your body. But don't communicate it now loud. Otherwise, you're in the bus, your next neighbor will say that you're crazy. Just say, I'm sitting in the bus right now and I don't want to look at all the objects around me. I just want to internally reflect on my tranquility. So I say, relax, and then relax my jawbone, every tooth. I want to relax my lower cheek. That's how you start. And then when you relax your jawbone, you start to put up a smile. So try to smile when you are meditating, like as if you are very relaxed. I see people when they are meditating, they are very tense. I forgot to tell you this morning, I saw a few guys really have their, very tense. Relax your jawbone. So not just have a closed eyes, you should have lightly closed eyes and a relaxed jawbone and a smile. And a knitted eyebrow. Don't knit up your eyebrow. Relax your eyebrow, relax your jawbone, close your eyes, and it shows on the face. Actually, whatever you feel sometimes is being shown on your face. I look at the face and I know how you feel. Some people are very tense. The first is to relax your face. And if you really want to go to sleep, then open your eyes. So that answers the question. I have a lot more to say on this, but that's enough for this question. Next question. Has Sakyamuni Buddha talked about Western Pure Land, and if someone chants Buddha's name, will reincarnate there? I understand what your question is. Sakyamuni Buddha, before Nirvana, he introduced the Western Pure Land of Amitabha. He talked about it basically in 3 very important sutras. The Sutra of Sukhavati Vyuha, in the Chinese language, is the Sutra of Amitabha, the smaller Sutra of Amitabha. It was translated from Sanskrit into English. It's called the Sutra of Sukhavati Vyuha. That means a magnificent display of the Pure Land. In other words, these sutras talk about where's the Pure Land, where's the Amitabha's Pure Land, how does it look like, how do you get there? That's the smaller Sukhavati Vyuha. There's also the larger, which is the contemplation, Sakyamuni Buddha. And there's also the Amitabha Buddha, the longevity, Amitaya Sutra. So there are 3 sutras which talk about what Sakyamuni Buddha introduced 2,600 years ago on the Pure Land. Because nobody knew there was a Pure Land at that time. It's just like 200 years ago, if I was Mr. So-and-so in China 200 years ago, in my previous life, and if I told them, that is in North America, would they believe me? They won't believe me, but they haven't been there. But I told them, out of my imagination or whatnot, I said, that is in North America. There's a place called Canada. And if you want to go there in the future, you can be there. There's such a place. Nobody would believe me. So there would be no one, 200 years ago, there would be no one talking about this Canada. No one would talk about it. So at the time of Sakyamuni Buddha, no one talked about a Pure Land. So it has to be introduced. It's just like the saint has to say there's a Canada. So Sakyamuni Buddha actually introduced the Pure Land to us in 3 congregations. In 3 very important congregations, he introduced that Western Pure Land of Amitabha, that we can be reborn in there. Why do we want to be reborn in there? How does that Pure Land look like? It's all in the sutra, and we've been talking about the smaller Amitabha Sutra. We've been lecturing on it for a few weeks now, or for months already. And I will continue. I will alternate. One period I will be doing chanting and prostration, which we've done just today, this morning. We chant very slowly, we circumambulate, chanting the name of Amitabha. One session, the next session, I will talk about the content of the sutra. So that this concept is introduced to you. So in addition to meditation, you must know that if you're not successful in this life, to go into the divine path, to be guaranteed of no reincarnation, you have to take that divine route to go to Amitabha's Pure Land. Because if you don't take that route, you will reincarnate again. And given all the busyness of our schedules in our daily life and all the things that we have to do, we're so busy, we can't practice meditation. We better go to the easier, expedient way. When we die, we'll be reborn in that land. And some people call that the heaven. And that is, in most religions, to talk about heaven. And this concept, this one concept, Buddhism has a lot of concepts in it, philosophical aspects in it. One aspect of it, which is very analogous to other religions calling heaven, is this Sukhavati Vyuha concept. So the Buddhist religion has a lot of features in it. The one that resembles others' religion and the one that is unique. Meditation, self-efforts. So it would be a waste of one's time if you don't explore into this wonderland of the Buddhist faith. You can drop the word faith. You can just explore the wonderland and the divine land of the Buddhist teaching, which is philosophical, which helps you in this present life, and certainly will help you in the future life. I always respect people since teenagers. Doesn't matter what religions you believe in. There are people in the street, some people holding a Bible and some people holding a Holy Quran, and they don't care whether the passers-by are listening. They just continue to talk. I was always touched by this incident. I saw gospel promoters holding a Bible in his lap, and then they keep on continuously talking about it, kingdom of God, all that kind of. Well, I know I believe in a different religion. I know my concept is different from his, but I really have the highest respect for his consistency, for his endurances. Nobody listen. Some people just ignore the cold shoulders, and some people just look at them scornfully with disdaining eyes that, oh, what is this guy doing? Nobody's listening to him, and yet he's talking. Is he talking to himself? No. He is training himself in his divine promotion. I highly respect that. And I've been doing that too. I don't really care how many people listen to me. I just continue talking. And luckily, wonders work out for me. I have more and more people coming. I'm still striving for 10,000 audience. I have more than 1,000. And on YouTube, I add up all the totals of all my lectures in there. I think it's in excess of 600,000 on every viewers. And my target is 100 million. I want to be higher than Susan Boyle. Well, Susan Boyle 134. No, we have to know something about what happened in the outside world. How come this monk is watching X Factor? Well, I said, well, we have to know something about that. Otherwise, how can we convince you? If there's something that you know and we don't, I mean, we have a shortage. Sometimes you learn Buddhism by looking at something that is not related to Buddhism. People who fight for independence, like Nelson Mandela, how he went to prison for more than 25 years just to show one point. He wanted to work out independence for Africa. He won a Nobel Prize for Humanity. He passed away on Wednesday at the age of 95. So there are many, many remarkable human beings on earth which deserve our highest respect. Does not matter what religions they believe in. Does not matter. To me, they are bodhisattvas. They are saviors. All right, so this question is answered. I want to go to the second question on the same page. Great beings who never heard Buddha name and never chanted, can they also reincarnate in Pure Land? If a great being, for example, let's get an example of someone just passed away, Nelson Mandela. If he didn't chant Amitabha's Pure Land, would he get a chance to reincarnate into the Pure Land? Only if he knows about it. If he doesn't even know about it, how can he go there? So if I am Nelson Mandela and I never heard of such a Pure Land, I never heard about that place, how can I go there? Because I haven't built up my intention to go there. If I want to go somewhere, to some destination, I got to have heard about it. I want to go to Victoria, then I must know why I want to go to Victoria, what are the means of going to Victoria. And that's my destination. I have to know where it is too. I have to know something about Victoria. So if I never heard about Victoria, or if I don't want to go there because I don't know that place, how can I go there? So it's not a matter of whether he can go there or not. If he knows about it, if he wanted to go there, even if he does not believe in the Buddha, if he believes in the Pure Land, there's after birth, after death, there's a place that I can go, which is called the Pure Land. If I can go there, I would like to go there, then he can go there. It does not matter whether he believes in Buddhism or not. Drop that religion word. That word is just for identification. Language is just for a revelation of a meaning. Don't be a slave of your own language. That's your means. That's a knife that you can cut your bread. Don't attach to it. You can cut this with other things too. Next question. Could you please explain the walking during the chanting? What is the intention during the mechanics of the walking? Maybe we can split this question into two. What is the significance of walking meditation? And what is the significance of chanting Amitabha's name during meditation, during the walking? Let's just talk about why do we have to circumambulate walking in a circle. After a period of sitting meditation, you can't just sit there without doing anything silently. You have to exercise your body. So one of the methods is to exercise your body by circumambulation. What is the purpose of meditation? It is an introversion of attention to purify the mind. Introversion, not extroversion. It is to reflect within in the mind in order to purify it. It does not mean that you can only purify when you are sitting. You can purify, you can have introversion of attention when you're walking. You can have introversion of attention when you're sleeping. You even have introversion of attention when you are chanting. So you have to practice. It does not matter what your body is doing, you are still having control of your mind. You still have introversion within. So walking is just to train you, other than sitting, whatever you do, you still can have this introversion of your mind, contemplation of the mind, or control of the mind. So just to put it in simple English, we want everybody, we want to train ourselves into controlling our mind. Not just in sitting, but also in every action we do. As a matter of fact, in every thought that arises in us, we want to keep it under control. You know, problems of us humans, we've been suffering through many reincarnations. Why? Our senses interact with the outside world. How suffering arises. How do we attach? Why is there jealousy, hatred, anger, ignorance, fraudulence, you name it? How come we have so much suffering? How come we have all these mental afflictions with us? How do they arise? Well, we have to find out more about this. But we can't do in this one session just by answering this question. So we'll leave it for the next time. Okay, I answer this question now. And next question. While we were walking around slowly with the same step, what are we chanting over and over? What does it mean? We chant Namo Amito Pho. We're chanting Namo Amitabha. Namo Amitabha Buddha. We're chanting the name of a Buddha. Namo Amitabha Buddha. Let's put it this way. That's what we're chanting. Namo stands for taking refuge, taking protections under. And Amita, that means immeasurable light. Buddha is the enlightened being. And that's the Buddha in the Pure Land, where he will be receiving our quote-unquote soul into this land after death. So that's what it means. This has been an amazing experience. Oh, that's good for you. It's an amazing. It's always good to experience something amazing. Amazing has many, many facets in it. Some amazing experiences enrich your spiritual life, your divinity. Some amazing experiences enrich your Epicurean desires. Which one you prefer? You know, I don't know. When you're holding this alcohol, when you're going partying, when you're in a club, when you're doing all this, you're actually adding up your Epicurean desires. You're cultivating not the spiritual way, but the temporal, desirable satisfaction of the temporal senses. And those could be the source of all suffering. That could be the beginning of future sufferings, which you may not know. Okay, next question. What is your opinion about in vitro fertilization? There is no sparkle, as you said. I take it what you mean by vitro fertilization is test tube babies, right? So like fertilization in a tube, that you can fertilize in another human body, and a baby may come out, which proves to be successful in some of these cases. When I say sparkle, there's an energy. Whenever there is light, there is energy. So some energy is more than the others. If the energy is newly created, is probably is a brighter sparkle. When the energy has been created and they let it stand for a while, that is still a hidden energy in it. But that's what we call a latent energy. Latent energy also gives out light. It's just the naked eyes can't see. If there's energy in there, it attracts. All energy attracts energy. Energy may find different form to it. But energy is still there. That's proven by some scientific theory. So there's no sparkle, but there's latent hidden energy in the fertilization. And believe it or not, if you let that fertilization stay in that tube for a long time, it may die out. You have to have a certain fast period before the latent energy dissipates into other forms. So, I don't know, I'm not a scientist. Yes, you have something to say? Yeah?
Wouldn't there be a sparkle per se, because it's the egg from the woman whose intention is coming from love,
yeah,
and a desire also, and the donor,
yeah,
who is giving as
yeah,
well. So wouldn't that be, this is my interpretation, I've gone through in vitro,
yeah,
wouldn't that be a sparkle?
The combination of
Yeah.
the two at that moment,
But that-
there would be a generation of a sparkle.
And a spirit, yeah.
imagination. When a sperm fused with an ovary, there must be desire in it. Otherwise, there will be no fusion, right? So that sparkle energy. But I guess there's another energy, which is not this desirable energy of desires that sparkle between all these other people, the donor and the recipient. Yes, there's another, and that sparkle an energy that relates to the relationship. They must be related. So in other words, if the test tube contains two babies, and here is this man who wanted two babies, and he's the recipient. He wanted his wife to have two babies, so his wife gave birth to two babies. These two babies must have been related to this family before. That is no happening without a reason. Everything comes with a reason. So there's energy in it. Everything is energy. For people who do scientific studies and they have these special cameras, everywhere there's light. Everywhere there's energy. Electro energy, chemical energy, physical energy, all kinds of energy. As a matter of fact, the whole world is energy. And energies that we can see, there's energies that we cannot see. There's energies that's virtuous, there's energies that's non-virtuous. Non-virtuous energy will create non-virtuous results. So make sure you sparkle the right energy. If you're always miserly, if you're always hurting other people, if you're always killing animals, if you're always cruel, if you're not compassionate, if you're inflicting harm on others, what you're creating is harmful energy. You'll get harmful results. And you'll get that back yourself.